last Thursday, we ended off the week with a shaila of why the Mishnah chose to write the 48 tekiyos. The Mishnah chose to write 48 tekiyos Erev Shabbos that lands in the middle of Chol Hamoed, and that's where you're gonna have 48 tekiyos. You ready, Chevra? How do you have Rabbi side? Just to summarize, listen to this. Just to summarize quickly, how do you have 48 tekiyos? You have 21 of the daily tekiyos, 9 of the musaf, right? You ready? On Erev Shabbos, that's the middle of Yom Tov. How do you have 48 tekiyos? Mayor, you have the cheshbon, Mayor? 21 for a daily.
Plus 3,
9 for musaf.
12. The 2 sharim.
Plus, now you have 12. It's a group of 12. 12. 32. 6 more. Amazing. Good. Okay, we're ready. So now the Gemara asks. You ready? The Gemara starts off now with 6 lines up from the bottom. I think 7 lines up from the bottom. That the Gemara asked that one, you told me that 51 that comes out on Shabbos, the middle of Chol Hamoed. Then you'll come up to 51. You have an extra musaf. The Gemara came out saying that that's not going to work because you don't do Milo Mayim. You miss 12 because on Shabbos in the middle of Sukkot you're not going to draw the water. So all the blowings for Simchas Be'Sheva you don't have. So you're down 12. You don't have even close to 48. Forget it, let alone more than that. So we're not going to do that. Okay. So our Mishnah gave the maximum amount of tekiyos as that the max amount of tekiyos is 48, and that was where Shabbos fell out in the middle of Erev Shabbos, in the middle of Chol Hamoed. Says the Gemara 7 lines up. V'lisni nami. Let us list. Let the Mishnah also say Rosh Hashanah. Shechal lihiyos b'Shabbos. Let the Mishnah give us a case of Rosh Hashanah that falls out on Shabbos. You ready for this? This is very cool. The Ika, you have Tlasa Musafin. You have 3 musafs.
Carbons, right?
Yeah, which means
1827.
27. Right? 27 plus the daily 21 is how many?
Why is it 3 minutes?
48.
48.
Read that part, yeah.
Musaf to Rosh Hashanah, Musaf to Rosh Chodesh, Musaf to Shabbos. Footnote if you want to write, which is a total of 48. So why did the Mishnah choose to write the case of Erev Shabbos in the middle of Yom Tov? Right?
But it is it's considered Rosh Chodesh?
Yeah, Rosh Hashanah is Rosh Chodesh.
I know it is Rosh Chodesh.
But you have the 7 Musaf, yes.
We do.
What's
we
the
say
breakdown?
we mention Rosh Chodesh and Rosh Hashanah now.
We mentioned, we say...
No, right?
No,
so
but...
Only Rosh Chodesh. We don't say how, we don't say...
No.
No.
But there's like...
On Rosh Hashanah, there's an
paragraph.
extra carbon, and it's because it's Rosh Chodesh and it's Rosh Hashanah, for the Yom Tov of Rosh Hashanah. So says the Gemara, let the Mishnah list the case of Rosh Hashanah falls out on Shabbos. You have 3 musafs. For every musaf you do 9, right? For every musaf you do 9, Chevra. So you have 3 musafs, 27, plus a daily 21, you're up to 48. So the Gemara answers...
Wait, what's the breakdown again? 21
regular of daily,
Right.
and 3 musafs is additional 27.
Right.
21 daily. We know the 21 daily. We know 21 is every day. 21.
Each musaf is 9.
Each musaf is 9. 3 musafs. Amazing. So put a question mark there. The answers. It's so gishmak. Look at this. Erev Shabbos shebesaycha chag. Erev Shabbos in the middle of Sukkot. It's richalei. La'ashmeinon. It's richalei. We need it. La'ashmeinon to teach us Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov. Again, so the one answers Erev Shabbos Shebeseicha Chag. It's the richalei, and we need it La'ashmeinon to teach us Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov. Footnote on Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov that you blow by the mizbeach. Everyone remembers Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov. So our Mishnah is more important. Why is the Mishnah more important? Right? Because the Mishnah teaches us, right, Rabbi Fol? In the Mishnah we saw Chiddush that you blow by the Mizbeach. And that's unusual. Why would you blow? So that was so we need to teach.
Just a little bit. Perfect.
Alright.
You try to listen.
Says the Gemara. Says the Gemara, Kid Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov. Did you ready? You have the Rabbi Yaakov. You got it, Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov? Kid Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov, you blow on by the Mizbeach. You ask him, Shmuel? So we'd rather teach you the case, Rabbi Yaakov, you ask him, we'd rather teach you the case of Erev Shabbos in the middle of Sukkot, so that what?
You
blow by the Mizbeach. The Gemara answer is, wait. The Gemara says, Atu, you read like this, Atu, Mika Omar. But did we say, listen, ha? Atu Mika Amra. Did we say, listen, ha? Say Rosh Hashanah, and write Reish Hey for short. Atu, but Mika Omar. Did we say, listen, ha? Say Rosh Hashanah. Veloy listen ha, but don't say Erev Shabbos, dash Sukkos, right? The case of the Mishnah. But a Kama, Gewaltig Reb Chaim Burech.
Meaning it could be both.
Did we say? Was I suggesting say Rosh Hashanah and not the one in the Mishnah? Listen ha, say both. The Mishnah should give us when he do 48.
It's just another example.
We have another occasion when you do 48. Erev Shabbos that comes in the middle of Chalamoid. That's one time you do 48, and then Rosh Hashanah that falls out.
The Mishnah just chose one case.
What? Why the Mishnah just choose one?
No.
That's what he's asking.
Okay.
He's saying listening ha, but listening ha, say both. Listening ha, let the Mishnah say Rosh Hashanah, or let the Mishnah let the Mishnah also say, or let the Mishnah say, I'm sorry, Erev Shabbos. The middle of Chal, right? Erev Shabbos, and then say Rosh Hashanah. Baruch, you asking Rabbi Baruch?
Let it just say.
He said, look, we would rather teach you the case of Erev Shabbos in the middle of Yom Tov, because then we see which Chiddush.
The bigger Chiddush, I guess.
We see the
Shab.
Yeah. Why would the Mishnah rather teach the case of Erev Shabbos in the middle of Sukkot as opposed to Rosh Hashanah?
Because of more.
Because you have the blowing by the Mizbeach.
Okay.
Right, like Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov. So he says, very nice, but I didn't tell you to say the Rosh Hashanah one, list the case of Rosh Hashanah, and not the case of Erev Shabbos and Sukkot. Listen ha, say both.
Say Rosh Hashanah and say Shabbos.
Yeah, give two examples, two scenarios where you get the maximum amount of tekiyos. Shmak. So listen ha, question mark. So this is very famous Gemara terminology that comes up often. The Gemara, the Gemara says, Tana, we taught one, Vishayir, and we left over some. Tana, you read it together, Tana Vishayir, which means we taught one, Vishayir, we left over. Which means our Mishnah wasn't going through every scenario.
It's like the first Mishnah.
Here, Baruch, exactly, yeah. Like the first Mishnah.
Gemara in the Masechta didn't say. Lovely. You need to teach you every single case of Sukkah.
Very good. Did it say Tana V'Shaya there?
No, but it said Tani Pasuk V'Tani.
Pasuk V'Tani. Pasuk V'Tani. Leishna. Very good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Extra shot for you.
They say there's a famous story of Chaim Shmulevitz that was once walking by the Talmidim up the rows, and one of the Talmidim said, and they're battling, so going, Tan Rabbanon. So he turned to them, he said, stop battling. He said it doesn't say Tanabon once in the Masechta. So they told the story to Rav Chaim Kanievsky. True story. Chaim one of the Masechtas. I'm not sure which one does not say the word Tanabon in there. So he went to Rav Chaim Kanievsky he just went to Nashim, Ksubas. So he told Rav Chaim Kanievsky, he says, Richtig, dann sagt, aber es steht dit Tanabon one time. Rav Chaim Kanievsky got that he said, does it Tanabon, right? But it says dit Tanabon one time. Okay, we should be saying.
How long did it take?
Says the Gemara.
5 minutes? Oh, then it's enough.
And Shmuel Lovenberg
How many times
knows
does it say it in
Sukkah like that.
Says the Gemara, exactly. Says the Gemara. Here we go. Look at the Gemara. The Gemara says, look, Tana V'Shayir. Tana, we taught one, V'Shayir we left over. Now, if you're going to leave over, you have to leave over more than one. It doesn't make any sense to say, I taught one, I left over some. When you leave over, it means you have a whole bunch. You don't bother teaching 5, so you just taught one. But you wouldn't teach one and leave one. When you had that on my side, whenever the Gemara says Tana V'Shayir, it means we taught one and we left the rest over. You don't say we taught one and left one. If you have 2, just teach both. So the Gemara says, The Gemara says Ma Shire.
Oh, there's only 2 cases, by the way?
No, the Gemara assumed. No, we only know of 2.
more?
But we're saying we left over. We taught 1 and we left over some.
If you
could
only
have
say
Shabbos
1 and you leave
Shabbos
1, then it's like Lafuke.
No, if you taught.
What about
Shabbos on yonder.
Oh, just wait. Just wait. So the Gemara says ton of a Shire. We taught 1 the Shire and we left over some. So the Gemara says, wait. No, 1 second. Shabbos and Yom Tov is not 48. We taught 1 case of 48 and we didn't bother teaching the rest of the cases of 48. You hear that?
That's what it's saying?
Tana, we taught 1 case
One
of
case
48.
of
Of 48. The Shire, we left over the other cases. We don't bother going listing every case of 48. Of course, we have 100 days a year when we blow. But we want to know why don't we teach all the cases of 48? Where says that? Because we don't do that. It's not the way of the Mishnah to start listing every case of 48. So we taught 1 for Yamaskim, we taught 1 and we left the other ones over. So the Gemara assumes, wait, if you're leaving some over, it must be that there were a whole bunch of 48s. So tell me which other cases were 48. Ton of Vishayim means I taught 1 and I left the other ones over. Whoa. Which one did you leave over? It says
because the point was, we were just trying to teach.
Yeah, I want to bring out 1
Most is
case.
48.
Exactly. It says in Gemara, Mashire. Look how you read this. Mashire, what did he leave over? The high shire that you left over, that you also left Rosh Hashanah. So Mashire, which other cases did we leave out? The high shire that you left out Rosh Hashanah. Like I said, you got to leave over a bunch. You don't leave over 1. Teach 1 and leave 1? No. So Mashire, which other cases did we leave out? The high shire that you also left Rosh Hashanah. Question mark. Rabbi said, this is awesome. This is so geschmack. I'm telling you, this is like a geschmack more. Where it says Shire, we left over Erev Pesach. Erev Pesach.
Period or comma?
What?
Period or comma?
You could put a period. A period because it's gonna flow right there, but the Erev Pesach. Now.
So it's Erev Pesach and Rosh Hashanah?
Yeah, so now we left over 2 cases. Rosh Hashanah, and what else did we leave over in addition to Rosh Hashanah? Erev Pesach. So right now
there's 3 cases?
So right now we have 3 cases total. Thank you, Mo. 3 cases total. Erev Shabbos and Sukkot, that the Mishnah taught. It left over Rosh Hashanah and also left over Erev Pesach. So now you have 1 case of 48 in the Mishnah, that the Mishnah listed 1, and the Mishnah decided to leave out 2 others. Now you have to see the top Rashi, Erev Pesach. We got to go through the top Rashi. It's because you just unline the top or a box in the word Erev Pesach to know that Rashi is important. Look, you could just, I can just say Erev Pesach 48. How do you have 40 in Erev Pesach? Look, it's very geschmack. Sheyesh b'shchitas, look at Rashi, Erev Pesach. Look at this Rashi, geschmack Rashi. It's such a geschmack Rashi. Sheyesh b'shchitas Pesach, there was in the shechting the Kar Pesach chav zayin tekiyos, 27 tekiyos. So if that's all we saw, that would be already be enough. You know why? Because you have 21.
Plus Musa.
You have 21 of regular day,
Plus the
27 of Erev Pesach. Because you says when you shech the Kar Pesach, they blew 27. Clear?
Clear.
Now it's important to see the rest of the Rashi.
There's also
Erev Pesach. No Musaf. You have the regular days, which is 21, 27 for the no Erev Shabbos. Hold on, look at this.
No, but you don't have the ones from like the Erev Shabbos ones?
No, not Gavaldik. Avrami Gavaldik. We don't have them. Without getting into it.
Erev Shabbos?
Without getting into it. Well, it's not Erev Shabbos, Erev Pesach.
No.
Why can't it be Erev Shabbos?
No, it could.
There's extra.
Oh wait,
Well,
hold
you're
on.
saying if it doesn't pull out.
Joe, just wait. Chaver, just wait. Hold on 1 minute. Let's look at this Rashi. Oh, just wait. Wait 1 minute. Erev Pesach. Look at Rashi. Sheyesh b'schitas Pesach with the shech and the karbanis Pesach. You have chav zayin tekiyos 27, which is a total of 48. Now look at Rashi says. It's very geschmack. Shah Pesach nishchat. The karban Pesach was shechted begimel kitos, in 3 groups. Kas achakas. 1 group after another group. The shifts. Like 1 shift came, the next shift came. Now look at this. You got to know how fast they shechted these karbanos. Look at this. Keda'amar, like it says, b'tama nishchat, in the parak called tama nishchat. That's a parak in Pesachim. Now look at this. V'chol kas, every group, or every shift, kaira as a halal, but read the halal, gimel panim 3 times. While they shechted the karbanos, they had to be singing halal. The Levim sing halal as they shechted the karbanos. And every shift sing halal 3 times. And by that time, when they're done the 3rd time, shift was out. They were done. Shahayu Peschayim Meruben. There were many Karban Pesachs, Karban Pesachim. Vayu Tu'un and Halal, and you needed Halal b'shchitasam. You needed the Halal while you shechted it, so you couldn't sing it once. You had to do at least 3 rounds of Halal. V'lo Yahayu Maspikin Lishchait Pischayim, they wouldn't be able to finish shechting kol kas bekas, every group ad, until shikra'u, they read the Hallel shalosh pa'amim 3 times. Okay. And even though the Tanan Hassam, so hold on just 1 second. So they read Hallel 3 times, and every Hallel they blew 3 times. So if you make the cheshbon, there's 3 groups. Every group read Hallel how many times? 3 times.
Split the whole Klal Yisrael into 3
Whole, meaning, no, there were 3 groups of shifts of Kahanim. Yes, the whole Klal Yisrael, sorry. There was 3 groups, very good. The whole Klal Yisrael was divided into 3 shifts. That shift number 1 came in, and then we checked the Karban Pesach. Okay, now you leave. Shift number 2 come in, Karban Pesach, and you leave. Now, every group that did that, you ready? How many groups are there, Baruch? 3 groups, 3 shifts. Every shift, they said Hallel 3 times. Every time you said Hallel, you blew the shofar 3 times. Okay, so make every shift 3 times Hallel, 3 times shofar, 9. 9 blowings for every shift gives you how much? 27. There you have it. Good. Let's finish up Rashi because it's important to see Rashi. Look at this. It says over there in that Mishnah, this is what it says there. They never completed the 3rd round. That's what it says there. They never completed the 3rd round. You hear that? They never completed the 3rd round of Hallel. By the time they were middle of the 3rd, by the time they were middle of the 3rd shift, they never finished the whole Hallel because they already were done. Everybody was done. So maybe they didn't blow 3 times shofar. Maybe they didn't blow 9 times. If they didn't finish 3 times Hallel, maybe they didn't blow 9 times. Hainu, that just means like Gomer Pam Shlishas Kulai. They didn't do a full shift. Avol, Mihu. However, Ein Kas, there was no group Shloihasa Goim Rasai that didn't complete Shtei Pa'amim, at least 2 rounds of Hallel, Umaschelas by Pam Shlishas, and started the 3rd round of Hallel. The Ein Chasam Netkis Klum. You didn't lose any blowings. You had how many then?
27.
Full 27. Why? How do you know that added? However, there was no group that didn't complete the Hallel Shtepam 3 times. Umascheles, and they began Boy Pam Shishas, and they began the third Hallel.
And they always started.
There's
always the middle of the 3rd that they finished.
Exactly. I mean, they did a 3, and the next group did 2.5. Let's say.
Okay.
The Ein Chasam Netkis Klum. You weren't missing any blowings. Why? Shebatchilas Kriyasai, at the beginning of the Hallel Taikin, they blew it. V'chol Kriya Gimel Tekiyos. Every Kriya was 3. Every time they said Hallel, they blew 3 Tekiyos. So the first shift did 9, second shift did 9. Last shift they started blowing Hallel, again Hallel, again, and a little bit of Hallel. But of course the blowings they got in because the blowings comes before the Hallel starts. No, blow, Hallel, blow, Hallel, blow, part of Hallel.
Just stop mid Hallel.
They didn't finish it. So look what it says over here. So. Okay. Fine. So let's go. Okay. So now he says over here, look what he says over here. The Gemara says, so the Gemara says, Imisham Erev Pesach Lav Shiruhu. So now the Gemara top line. Imisham Erev Pesach. If the reason why is because of Erev Pesach, Lav Shiruhu. Lav Shiruhu. That's not that wasn't left out. Meaning that wasn't ever left out. Imisham Erev Pesach. You're going to tell me that I left out Rosh Hashanah because I also left out Erev Pesach. Lav Shiruhu. That wasn't left out. The Hamani. Because who is that opinion? The Hamani, because who is the opinion? Meaning who are we talking about? Rabbi Yehuda the opinion of Rabbi Yehuda. Okay. So he says over here, look at this, unbelievable. You ready for this? The Amar Rabbi Yehuda says, Miyamehem. You ready for this? Miyamehem shel kashlishas. Miyamehem means all the time of the third group or the third shift, which means as long as all the time of the third shift, which really means as long, whenever they had a third shift, which means it always was like this. Lo higia loimer. They never were able to say. Look at this. Ahavti ki yishma Hashem. They never got to say the words of Hallel. Ahavti ki yishma Hashem. You ready for this? Watch this. Footnote of the first Hallel. The third group, he says, Rabbi Yehuda held the third group never got past the first round of Hallel.
You only had one shift. Well,
So how many do you have in total?
three.
You have nine the first shift, nine the second shift, and then you have three more. 21. So he holds that the third shift, Rabbi Shmuel never even got one round of Hallel in.
They got the kids in the beginning.
Tekiah at the beginning of Hallel,
Yeah.
then Tekiah at the beginning of Hallel again,
That's six.
and then Tekiah of another Hallel.
First Hallel.
But they only got the first round. They didn't even get the first round of Hallel in. So they had it of the third shift.
Why?
Because it says in Gemara, because Shahayu Amma Mu'atin, the nation was very few at that point. There was very few people left the shacht. So we just said that every shift did this. Tekiah, Hallel, Tekiah, Hallel, Tekiah, part of Hallel. Rabbi Yehuda held that the third shift, never ever got more than one round of Hallel out. Which means they blew one Tekiah, Hallel, stop. They didn't do Tekiah, Hallel, Tekiah. So how many are they missing? How many are
They
falling
didn't even
short?
make it through a full hall.
You don't do all the
He said there
beginning.
was no group.
No, the first group did all three rounds. So 9. 3, 3, 3. Second shift, all three. The third shift only got one Hallel out of 3. Not even one.
But why can the third shift just go slower? Because there's no one after.
Right. Don't you have to say Hallel 3 times?
No.
No, there was
I
no
thought
one
the
after that.
No, you have to just say Hallel while the current Pesach is being
If
shechted.
the carpet master goes too fast,
You don't
you're
have to
saying-
say it 3 times.
You don't have to, you just keep going until it's all
I'm
done.
saying, so if it's going too fast, the actual shaft.
But there was no reason to slow down. You don't have to.
Track.
Just make sure you sing Hallel until the carbonis are done.
Doesn't sound right.
So, Rabbi, you hear what's going on now? If the third shift, the first two shifts did a full Hallel, 3 times Hallel. So how many do you get from each shift? The first two shifts, how many blowings do you get?
3 and 3.
It's like when they're doing the
No,
matzah
9
baking.
and 9.
9 and 9, amazing. The last shift, or before you have this, the last shift only said Hallel one time, as it was a 3. And every Hallel gets 3 blowings. So the last shift only blew Hallel 3 times.
21.
So you only got 21, you don't get 27. Is that Gavaldik? Shmak, no mayor?
That's right.
Look at the Rashi Loigia Lahafti. Oh, 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Oof. What are you tying at, Vami? What are you tying at? 2 dots or not? 2 dots?
Yeah, it's 3 lines. One line.
5 or 6 lines. Who's
Four.
counting?
It's 4.
The mayor, 2 dots?
Round down.
Not
Round
directly.
down.
Okay, Rabbi Isai says the Gemara. You ready? I'm gonna try. Is it clear till here?
Yeah.
Let's skip Rashi and do the last 5.
Okay, it's the last lines. The Rashi tomorrow. Twice. Hakimna. You got to read the parentheses. Hakimna. You told me now we're going like Rabbi Huda. The Mishnah is like Rabbi Huda, who held that they never got the 3 rounds in. Hakimna. You already established the Mishnah to like Rabbi Huda, not like Rabbi Huda.
Right, we said it's for less of an
Wait, watch this. Well, you ready for this? Oh no, wait. A footnote right here. He said the max number of tekiyos is 16. Do you remember Rabbi Yehuda who said that tekiyos, the max you do is 16 because he held his own one mitzvah? So, Hakimna, you already established the Mishnah to like Rabbi Yehuda, who said the max number of tekiyos is 16. Footnote. So how can you tell me, we're going like Rabbi Yehuda, who held they never got to the third tekiah, never got to the third round of Hallel, the second round of Hallel? What? You already said the Mishnah can't be Rabbi Yehuda, because Rabbi Yehuda held you never do 48. You only do a max of how many, Chaim Baruch?
16.
Baruch, do you remember that, Baruch? That Rabbi Yehuda said at the beginning of the Gemara, Rabbi Yehuda said that how many tekiyas did they do? 16 the max. Because he held all three was only one mitzvah.
Right. Yeah.
So how you're talking right now, Mishnah is Rabbi Yehuda, and that's why I couldn't include Erev Pesach, because he held that Erev Pesach, you don't get all the tekiyas. You told me a Mishnah can't be Rabbi Yehuda. Just
right.
So it says the Gemara. Oh, Kimra, you already established the Mishnah, the like Rabbi Yehuda. So you ready with the Gemara says? Okay, so question mark, yeah.
Explanation point?
Yeah, question mark. So where it says, look at this. V'dilma haytana. Look how to read this. V'dilma haytana. Our Mishnah. Savala kavasei bechada. Savala holds like kavasei like Rabbi Yehuda bechada.
We had this.
Holds like Rabbi Yehuda by one. Right? For one halacha. Bechada in one halacha. Ready? Footnote. That on Erev Pesach, you don't blow 27.
What? You blow 21.
You blow 21. That you only right. On Erev Pesach, you only blow 21. Mayor, you saying it better? Then on Erev Pesach, you only blow 21.
What number footnote? There's 2 or 3.
How would it go
It's
to
the same one you
21?
said before now.
No one. So he holds like Rabbi Yehuda in one case. Then on Erev Pesach, you only blow 21.
What's the math on that? How do you get to 21 according to Rabbi Yehuda?
Because you don't finish blowing Erev Pesach.
You only got
9, and the first hollow. 9 hollow for the first Karban Pesach, the first shift.
Which is really 3 according to Rabbi Yehuda.
Wait! Wait this. Upaligalei b'chada. And he argues on Rabbi Yehuda in one halacha.
That what?
Ready for that footnote? Ready? That you should count the blowings separately.
But that itself intrinsically is
So you don't count 16. You'll end up getting to 48.
well, those two argue on each other.
It's like a stira. If you hold.
Those two
Making
sheets
it
on
48.
Yeah.
There's one sheet that they never got.
Is that cool, Chaim Baruch?
There's another sheet.
I'm not 100% sure, but we'll continue
Okay.
going through it.
But then
So now.
you never even get.
Okay. Well, now we're going to read 2 lines and we're stopping. Rabbi Sai.
It's not the fact that it's 21.
Elama Shire, the high Shire.
It's not the 48.
So Mashire, what did we leave out? The high Shire. They left the Rosh Hashanah. We're getting back. What? It can't be Erev Pesach, you right? Erev Pesach is not an option. Why? Because he never did 48 Shmuel. Erev Pesach, do you do 48 Chaim Baruch on Erev Pesach? You were 6 short, right? Because you're good. So Mashire, what did you leave out? The high Shire that you left out Rosh Hashanah? Question mark. The answer is Shire Erev Pesach. We left out Erev Pesach. Shechal Yos be'Erev Shabbos. Erev Pesach and Erev Shabbos falls out together. Okay.
Then you have the 6 extra.
So you ready for this now? You ready for this?
6 extra.
Watch this.
6.
You ready for this, Chaim Baruch? Apik Shis. Take out the 6 from the Karban Pesach. Apik Shis. Take out 6 from Karban Pesach because you only get 21, right? Apik Shis. Take out 6 from Karban Pesach. Instead of 27, you got 21. Masking?
Yeah.
The aisle says, and put in 6 of. What would you put in 6 of? Again, Erev Pesach, Erev Shabbos. Which 6 are you going to add in?
Stop worrying.
No, the malacha and the vassal.
Yeah! And adding 6 of Erev Shabbos.
Why
Of
don't you
Erev
have
Shabbos.
a regular Erev Pesach? You have to stop work either way.
I'm looking over the Shiloh. I didn't put the Shiloh, but what apparently wasn't done. I had the same Shiloh before I came here. I'm looking in the farm, and I'm believing it. I didn't get it yet, but apparently they didn't do it on Shabbos. On every Yom Tov. Bob!